I definitely know who tells mine because every night I face the wall sharing how my days went. When you don't have a companion or when the pain is too much to hold, such things do happen. But for me, I followed the adage that walls have ears, but I knew that my next-door neighbor is the wall. He might have seen it as a disturbance, but when sorrow filled me to the brink, it definitely required an outlet. Notwithstanding, it was just my little crush on him that made me sprout it out thinking he would notice me, but that was me deceiving myself, 'cause I heard my landlord saying the walls were soundproof. Who tells my story? I can beat my chest that those days when I was still in my village, that it was Mama knows it all. The gossip mongers. Probably, because the woman did not have any job and to prevent boredom she stuck her nose everywhere. The woman was an ancient with eyes that saw it all. Light glinted off her eyes whenever she got a good story to tell, and my stories were free for all then, because as an immature kid and when a village is so small that everyone knows each other, such things do happen. Who tells my story? Should I go back to my university days, when my course of study knows more about me than myself? Where every student acts as a dog, sniffing the ground to look for hot news and gist to cast. No privacy to talk about. I don't think I have any secret to call my own then, because their eyes were like a torchlight that gazed into my soul, leaving me to hang and dry. That was because they were aiming for straight A's. You can't graduate from that school without changing your personality. Who tells my story? I once worked in a lotto's office in my hometown, where all the money they earned was languished in getting winning numbers. And whenever they were choked with debt, they looked everywhere just to win for the day. They even sniff out most of the stories around, especially mine, because I was the one staking for them, and after that they calculate like an astronaut just to make a win. Whoever said an illiterate doesn't understand math, it was because nothing never interested him, her. Who tells my story? My family definitely tells my story, from the day they heard the first news of my mother's pregnancy, to my birth, to when I started sitting, to when I crawled and babbled, and to my first speech, my very first award and graduation, to when I was stubborn or gentle, to when I am sick and healthy, to the money they spent on me or when I am in an argument with them. All my little and big moves, to my height and body changes, those are all they will tell and share. Every memory they will tell. Who tells my story? Every friend I made, my neighbors, every step I took since birth, every contact I made with people tells my story. Either bad or good, people will continue to tell my story. Even the earth will tell my story. Who tells my story? Should I refer to those pictures I took of me and my friends, those diaries, stories, and poems that I post on my social media? Those shops and market I visited, bantering with those saleswomen just to get goods at a cheaper prices? Those beaches and malls I visited at my leisure time during the weekend just to enjoy myself? This life and in this world, you will tell people stories, and people will also tell yours, either good or bad. Just make sure you do good. Now I am asking you a question. Who tells your story?